Are we looking forward to a new series? Excited?
Always looking forward to a new series, Chris.
Apprehensive.
Why?
I don't know.
Well, at least you're being honest with your feelings. And if
I
apprehensive
think
is...
we just want to keep providing top quality episodes. And it makes us a little bit nervous that we're going to fall underneath that. That's just my...
PMA. Positive mental attitude.
Yeah, I'm positive
Chris.
about that.
I'm all right.
Yeah.
You look good.
Thanks.
Well,
We always start to see how people look, doesn't he?
It's positive mental attitude.
Yeah.
Just trying to bring a positivity.
I think before we start the new series, I thought we'd have a little look back at the best of 2025, because there were some crackers that, not just the regular series, but the Patreon episodes that maybe not everybody's seen. And we should have a look at them
Snippets.
nugget snips.
I hope she'll get better towards the end of the series, by the way, because you started terribly. Nugget snips. What on earth's a nugget
You
snip?
said nuggets, I went snips.
So have you joined the
So
two
we've
together?
joined the two together.
I know what you did, Chris.
Nugget snips.
That's like a bad sex operation.
So we've picked how many stories? 8? 7?
Seven of some of my favourites, some of your favourites.
Some of my favourites.
The last year.
Right. Hit me with the first one, Chrissy.
Harry Roberts we're starting with first. Patreon episode.
One of the
Remember it
nicest
well?
guys.
Yeah.
Nicest guys we've had on.
Remember when he turned up?
Do I? It's one of my favourite John Parkin moment fuck-ups.
As we all know, John's a dog nonce. Loves a dog. Loves chatting people with dogs. Getting
stroking
involved.
the dogs. He just likes-
What's his voice?
Needlessly.
Do his voice.
Oh, you are beautiful. Don't sound anything like that when I talk to a dog.
I've just seen it there because there's one in the back room.
So when we were recording with Harry Roberts, John arrived. We were setting up. John arrived, pulled into the car park.
Nearly knocked him over to start with.
Saw Harry Roberts with his dog in the car park. The problem was you didn't know who we were recording with that day. So didn't know. Said man in car park with his dog was Harry Roberts, our guest, and got chatting as you do. Put your voice on.
Little Westy, West Island White.
Your
the dog.
favourite them?
No, they're not my favourite, but they're cute.
How did the conversation go?
So I'm stroking this dog, like saying, "Oh, mate, you okay?" Blah, blah, blah. Oh, and then he went, "What are you doing down here?" I says, "Oh, I've come to record a podcast with some old guy." Not really sure who it is. Anyway, they have waved me in, so I've like said my goodbyes to the old guy and the dog. So I've come in, just finishing off getting set up, and who walks in? The guy with the dog.
Old guy.
Minus the dog. He went, and I think you might have gone, "Hiya, Harry." And then I put two and two together and realised the old fucker in the car park was actually our guest for the day.
So in terms of awkward starts, I reckon, well, it's got to be number one.
I don't know why I went with old fucker.
Oh, it's gone from old guy to old fucker in 30 seconds.
He took it well, though, didn't he, Harry?
Yeah. I
Do you
think
know-
I might have gone old guy, but I meant fucker.
Well, we're going to look back at Coventry days.
Yes.
On the sly, one of the best storytellers we've had on this
Yeah.
podcast for me.
Yep.
Yeah, he painted a picture well, didn't he?
Funny.
Go on.
Chris.
Let's have a listen.
Mentioned Gary Thompson before. He was a bit of a boy.
Bit of a boy, yeah. Birmingham lad. Really, really good lad. Good player. Heart in it every game. Absolutely every game. He was got in. His typical number 9. Got in where it hurt, but off the field he liked a good time as well. And he has been sort of touching the edges of trouble at times. I remember one New Year's Eve. In those days, obviously the management didn't trust us. They used to put us in a hotel, even if we were playing at home. So the night before on New Year's Eve, put us in a hotel. We'd be walking in, like, and all the Scottish guys, you could hear clink, clink, clink in the suitcases. But we were going in there, and as we're going in, there was a bar. There's a bar just on the right-hand side. As we walked past, there was this lovely blonde young girl there. And Tomo, he looked at, Gary Thompson looked at her. Oh, and she's sort of, I've never had it happen, but apparently this eye-to-eye contact stuff, he knew. So he we went up to our rooms, and he shares a room with Mark Haitley. Now, Mark's a lovely, lovely lad, but could bring a tear to a glass eye. He's a little bit tedious. He's sort of fixed on and fascinated by cars and
Boring
the performers.
as fuck, I think he's
what?
Boring as fuck.
I wouldn't put it in the Yorkshire term like that. But yeah, so Tomo was sharing a room with him, and so they're getting this stuff out, and then Mark Haitley says, "Yes, there's a V6 engine that's they're bringing out next week, and I'm pretty excited about it." And Tomo says, he says, I need to pop out. I won't be long. So Tomo goes downstairs back to the bar. The blonde's there. I mean, she's really, she might have been a page 3 girl, I think. And they get talking, and he says, well, I better go back. And she said, oh, right, do you have to? And he said, well, I've got to. She says, well, my room number's 243, if you're interested. So he went back to the room, and Mark Haitley, I don't think, noticed he'd gone. He says, yeah, and they get a double exhaust, and that would help with that V6 engine. And Tom thought, fuck, I can't face this anymore. It's all right when I'm trying to get to sleep, but not now when I'm... So he left the room again, and he went to 243, and she opened the door, and she was stood like... not naked, but as good as, and invited him. She said, "Do you want a drink?" He says, "No. I've got a match tomorrow." He's a good lad, and so I don't know how the management found out, but within about 15 minutes, there's a banging on the door, and it's the kit man, Jimmy Herbert, and he liked in those days the kit men ruled the roost. You know, they did all the nasty things, and Tomo's first instinct was to hide under the bed. I don't know why. He was fully clothed, and she was like, she wasn't naked or anything. And he thought, what am I doing underneath here? It's just old habits, I think, you know. So he got up, and Jimmy Herbert said, Tomo, I know you're in there. Come on out. So Tomo opened the door and said, yeah, I'm just having a chat with this girl, you know. He said, Tomo, we know you. Get back to your room. The manager wants to see you in the morning, Dave Sexton. And he says, well, he says, to your room. So he's gone back to, yes, and you can get a convertible, actually, you know, with us. And Mark Haitley didn't even notice he'd gone. So anyway, the next morning he comes down, and Dave Sexton's there waiting for him at 9 o'clock. And Dave says, you were in the room with a young lady. You shouldn't have been in there. He says, I know, Gaffer. He says, but I wasn't doing anything. He says, Tomo, you weren't doing anything. He says, no, Gaffer, I wasn't. He says, were you going to do something? Well, that's different, Gaffer. He said, well, that's why I can't trust you, so you need to, well, you're not playing today. So he didn't play that day. But Tubbo, you just like him. He's a lovely, lovely lad.
So he's got dropped and he's not even got legs yet?
Yeah. No, well, I don't know about that. Well, yes. I don't know too much about Mark, but yeah. He said the thrust was there. Might have been talking about cars, I don't know. But yeah, so Gary Thompson was a super lad, super guy to play with as well. You know, he's a good lad. We had this, I think it was 81, we got to the semi-finals of the League Cup, and Tomo scored, and Les Seeley was in goal. God bless him, he's and threw one in, and then Tomo scored an own goal, and then went up the top and scored a goal. So we drew, and then we went to West Ham for the replay, and we lost 2-0. So we didn't get to Wembley, but that would have been the first time commentary had ever got to Wembley. But perhaps Tomo's performance was letting down a bit. I don't know. Not in the bedroom department, obviously. No.
And there he was shit up.
Yeah, scored every time.
He does tell a good story, doesn't he?
Sorry, Chris. Jesus, what timing that was?
Terrible timing, sorry.
Excited. Jesus Christ.
I'm allergic to dogs.
Well, looks like Slimer's been in here. Just snot everywhere.
He can't paint a picture, can he?
Oh, not half.
I didn't have Mark Haitley down as a car enthusiast.
You can do his voice as well.
Can I? Mm-hmm. Aye.
Do it.
Aye.
There's so many things with that. Considering he's not Scottish.
Even though it was just a noise, it was a Scottish noise, wasn't it? Aye.
I can't do Mark Haitley's. I can't remember Mark Haitley's voice.
You can if you watch the video.
Oh, I was
It's the same one as the Solero.
Solero! Hello! Oh, yes, I like my Volvos. That's it. There we go. There we go.
Go as I can.
Away from Patreon, this time, one of our favourites last series, David Bentley.
Oh, my
England
God.
call-ups.
Yeah,
Prank
do you know
calls.
what? I'm a big fan of wind-ups in that this is a beauty. I didn't think Savage would have this in the locker.
No.
To carry something through so meticulously.
I think there must be a regular... It's a go-to in it, an international call-up, I imagine, for a wind-up.
I think what's the
It's a
most
good
impressive thing is David being such a wind-up merchant himself and a bit of a boy.
Being on the receiving end.
There's a lot of boys. A little bit of a boys, isn't
riddle,
there?
riddle with boys. I shouldn't have got my riddled.
Somebody Epstein Island.
Okay, Michael Barrymore party.
How he hasn't
Stop.
smelt a rat. Do you know, he's done hook, line and sinker, hasn't he?
I think
Yeah.
the thing with it is, though, is because you probably want it that much.
And expecting it, probably, at that time.
Yeah. You want it that much that you just don't want to ever think about it being a wind-up. Mm-hmm. Oh, my God, I've got an England call-up.
Yeah.
And on the flip side of that, if you go down the, I think it would a wind-up route and then, like, fuck them off, then you get off on a bad
Could be in
foot, aren't you?
trouble. Yeah.
What was he saying? I'll run through a brick wall for you.
Well, should we play it?
Please. What's the best practical joke you've played or had played on you?
The best one that's been played on me is, I've spoke about it before, but it was the England call-up one with McLaren. Have you heard that one? Robbie Savage. So back when we when everyone knew you were getting called up before you get called up, and the managers it used to be a thing around football. Everyone knew you got phoned at 8:30 in the morning, between 8:30 and 9 o'clock. You go through the full list of players, so everyone knew before the press was released to the press. So he's a bugger, isn't he?
I'm never expecting bugger.
It's that northern thing, like he's a bugger, isn't it? But so we're expecting a call, and it's all in the press, isn't it? And Bentley's going to get called up, and
Your first time?
All the lads are on me. So McLaren's manager, and 8:30 comes Friday morning, and I know I'm going to get a call because kind of like you're 95% going to get a call. So I'm there waiting. Fucking, it's going to come in. Oh, it's ringing. Hello? So I've gone in. Robbie Savage has pretended to be Steve McLaren, but he's just done him off like beautifully. And I'm there, and he's got me on record, on the recording thing in the changing room. He's at the training ground. He's got me on record. He's going, David, you've been outstanding this season and all that. And I'm going, oh, thanks. I'm giving it. I'm going, thanks, Gaffer. And I said something. I said, oh, Gaffer, I've run through brick walls for you, all that. I've just gone proper melty. When you're going like, McLaren, I love you. What you did at United. All that. I think you're going to revolutionise England and all this shit. And they've got it all. So he's done that. That's 8:30, like 8, bang on, like a couple of minutes past 8:30. 15 minutes later, phone goes. So I'm like, to Mrs. Oh, babe, like, I'm in the England squad. Oh, I'm ringing everyone. And I get another call. Who's that? It's the real Steve McLaren. And I go, hello? And he went, "Oh, David?" And I went, Who's that? He said, "Oh, Steve McLaren here, just to inform you." And I said, "You've just called me." So I've not clocked. I said, "You've just called me." I'm thinking, "You've already called me." He went, No, I haven't.
Well, is the penny anywhere near dropping?
No, because you just it's just a classic, vulnerable moment.
No, you
know
have.
what I mean? I was
You
on
have
all
just called
fours.
it.
I was on all fours, think. vulnerable,
Steve, you called me Steve.
Called me Steve. and I gone, oh my God. And then I think I've come up, and then what happened? And then it's about 50, and I got a phone call with everyone laughing at me. And I think Dave Fever and everyone just going, and I've gone, you know what I mean? And I've gone in and they've played me, like, listen to you melt. Oh, it's just, so that's probably the greatest moment.
It helped a lot that you actually got the call.
Yeah.
You know, if you hadn't got the call as
yeah.
like,
Stephen changed his mind and you turn up
at
Mission Abbey, wherever it is.
Yeah, all right, Gaffer.
One of a kind.
Oh, certainly one of a kind. I mean, if somebody phoned me up, or you up, Chrissy, and said, you've got an England call up, you know it's to wind up straight away, don't you? Really?
Yeah.
Or if somebody poses as your agent saying, Man U want to sign you. You know, back in the day, you know it's going to be a wind up, don't you? But if somebody said Bristol City want to sign you, with a distinct possibility,
about a realistic wind up.
Realistic wind up, yeah. But obviously, he was playing so well, he was a good chance of getting in the England team. Lunatic, by the way. Absolute lunatic.
That is the most long, convoluted way of saying it's a realistic wind up, really, isn't it? Quite a realistic wind up.
Convoluted.
One of a kind. I think one of my favourite human beings.
He made you count the money out for him, didn't he?
No, I'm just making sure everything was there, and we gave him a fee for coming on, and I was sorting that out as well, making sure the invoices were right and everything. Next minute, sorted it all out, and he goes, "I'd have done it for fucking free, you idiots!" I announced it to the old pub,
Running around the pub with it, weren't he?
yeah.
They fucking paid me, the idiots. I'd have done it for free.
Also orders as a taxi back to the train station to Milton Keynes. Said he'd orders as a taxi back to Milton Keynes and hadn't.
He just wanted us to stay, didn't he?
3 hours we were in that pub.
He's on his way. That's all he kept saying.
Yeah.
Go
And
on,
then shouting another round of drinks up. The car that he pulled up in, what was it?
Some sort of old classic thing, weren't it?
Classic thingy.
I don't think it's a class. It's one of them it's new but made to look. I don't know what they're called. Made to look like
Retro
it's from
type
like
jobby.
the 70s. But
Italian job type thing.
I'd say, was it yellow or something?
It was
Maybe cream.
a very David Bentley, weren't it?
It was a
Yeah.
kind of car.
But what a man.
We're having a break to talk about our very, very good friends at NordVPN.
Apparently sign-ups are going through the roof, by the way.
Are they?
You know, with this new legislation.
To Norway.
Holland, he's on now. He's
Oh,
there
is
that
he?
often. He was in a pair of clogs when I picked him up yesterday.
Got a couple of tulips in my ears.
But if you don't know what NordVPN is, well, you can bounce your location to anywhere in the world, which is handy now. You know, if you want to watch sports, mainly, you know, maybe it's on in other countries, or there's a series you want to watch, not available in this country, or you're abroad and you want to catch up on
See,
Coronation Street. Emma, they had a joke.
Yeah,
double
that was
bill.
about saying me, our lass's mum and dad, they're in Benidorm at minute. And you know what they watched? Corriedale Monday night.
Corriedale. When two giants come together.
What do you mean? At the same time?
Yeah, they interacted on an episode. Obviously, they didn't got it in the Spanish hotel. NordVPN, they both hustled round the phone. 10 o'clock Sunday night in Benidorm, 'cause it's an hour in front.
And
Game's
while they were
gone.
watching it, didn't have to worry about anybody tapping into the bank details or the passwords or anything, because with NordVPN, you've got that extra security as well. Stops anybody getting in, nicking out.
Have you got an offer, Chris?
Of course, we've got an offer. We've always got an offer. All you've got to do is follow the link in the description, nordvpn.com/Cosh, and you get a heavy discount. Super heavy discount. Plus a 30-day money back, no risk guarantee. But I can't imagine anybody using NordVPN for a few days and going, it's not for me, this.
Get downloading.
Fill your bullets.
We're going serious, this next one.
Well, it is actually like a big footballing story, this, isn't it, with Laurie Sanchez?
Yeah. Again, we're going back to a Patreon episode, which a lot of people might not have seen. But yeah, Laurie Sanchez, obviously, FA Cup winner with Wimbledon. And we were talking about, obviously, the move over to MK Dons and where he kind of associates himself amongst that move.
The AFC Wimbledon and all that sort of job in there. And
if you watch it, I think we're all a bit shocked at how adamant he was with what he was saying. You know, about him not really being a part of.
I think they have a mural at AFC Wimbledon with Laurie Sanchez on there, but he's basically talking about, well, did I ever play for that club?
it's like it is a different club, isn't it?
Where he sees as his home for the club that he spent so many years with.
And you think a lot of the lads would just be like, happily just go along with it and go, yeah, it's great. But he's like, no.
It means something to him, doesn't it?
Yeah, I didn't play for AFC Wimbledon.
Yeah. Should we have a look?
Let's have a watch. And it just goes to show, sometimes we can actually have serious conversations on here.
Mad, isn't it? Do you feel like you've got, like today, that you have a home for that? You know, if any underdog wins a cup, like, do you go down to MK Dons and do they recognise it, or do AFC? You know, do you associate more with AFC Wimbledon?
Yeah, you know what? It's a tough one, right? You play the clubs, and your clubs are still there, directly still there. Same grounds, probably, most of them. I always say, do you remember the scene in Back to the Future where he has to get up and play at the school, and he's got the picture of his parents in the guitar?
Yeah.
Because if he doesn't get them together at the school disco, then he doesn't get made.
Yeah.
And so he does the
Johnny Be Good.
That's the one. Do you remember that scene?
Yeah.
That's a bit like me. And when they're not together, picture starts to fade because he doesn't exist. I feel that a bit about, and this would be considered heresy by some people, but I feel that a bit about my team. The team I played for moved from Plough Lane, which is our home team, to Crystal Palace because of Premier League all-seater grounds. Played there for however many years, 12 years or whatever. I mean, I used to say we're the only team that play 38 away games a year because I hated Palace. I mean, horrible place to get to, horrible stadium, and it just wasn't home for me. Although a lot of players after me who only ever played there thought it was home, but me, played that little crap place called Plough Lane, it was home. And then that team, having moved 5 miles down the road to Palace, then moved 30 miles up the road to Milton Keynes. Now, I completely understand the argument of the fans of that team saying, well, they've stolen our team. And they did, and it shouldn't have been allowed. I mean, and that's why they call it franchise football. And it can't be done now because they've stopped that. The FA don't allow that. But what I don't understand is the difference for us having to play at Palace for all those years, which is not Wimbledon. I mean, it might be close, but it's not Wimbledon. A bit like the Brighton fans when they had to play at Palace, or, you know, there's been loads of clubs that had to play at other places.
Yeah.
So the difference in moving to Milton Keynes, I can understand them saying, right, as a permanent home, they shouldn't be allowed to do it, and they shouldn't have been allowed to do it, but it was done. AFC say I played for AFC say they won the FA Cup. AFC was started in 2022 or 2012.
It must be 2012.
2002, I think it was. I finished playing in 94. They've got a big picture up of us winning the cup final for AFC Wimbledon. Now, I can fully understand, and I you know, what they've done there is second to what Wimbledon did, coming from non-league to the FA Cup, FA Trophy to FA Cup final in 25 years. Never been done before, never be done again. So I can fully understand the fans of the people at Wembley set up AFC and said, we don't want to do this anymore. We don't want to be mucked about by our owners. Fully understand that. And what they've done is phenomenal. But I just can't get my head around that I played for AFC Wimbledon. It might be a goalkeeper's kick away from the original stadium over the Wandle Valley in the dog where the dog track was. So much as I support them, and I'm a debenture holder. I'm a bond holder there. I have been to see them. I've been to see them at cup finals and such like. I didn't play for AFC Wimbledon. So how can they say I played for them? And how can they? In fact, what happened? Milton Keynes Dons in the end dropped in fact, they still call it Dons, but they changed the name from Wimbledon to MK Dons, didn't they? That was one step. And then all the stuff they had, like the Southern League stuff and all the stuff that Wimbledon won non-league, they all had that because that went with the club. Obviously, the club moved from there to there. And it's a word you probably never come across. Patrimony. Have you heard the word? Patrimony?
No.
Well, it's all that stuff is their patrimony.
Right.
So they gave that back to Merton Council on the understanding, as I understand it, that they would give up the patrimony. They would not claim that they were Wimbledon. They would claim they would no longer associate themselves, but they would give all the patrimony back to Merton Council to put in a museum. Not to Wimbledon, but to Merton Council. I understand now that they've got the museum at AFC Wimbledon with all that stuff in. So Milton Keynes probably don't care anymore. But you see what I say about that photograph. Yeah. You know, I haven't got my club that I spent 10 years at. Where is it? And they're both still playing.
Yeah,
Mad, really, isn't it?
yeah.
Like I understand
difficult
fans being, you know, I'll be castigated for this, but they can't claim I played for them. They can't claim they won the FA Cup because they didn't. Wimbledon won the FA Cup. The team of the fans who support them every week. Even now, though, to be fair, it's a new generation of fans, which is good. So a lot of them would never have been at Wembley anyway. They formed the team that is now AFC Wimbledon, that it's got to where it is, and that's fantastic. You know, that's as good a story in football as you'll get beyond the original story. But did they win the FA Cup?
on paper. No. Yeah, you can see that it means something to him, can you?
Laurie.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was
It's
pretty...
like the football club that he won the FA Cup for basically does not exist anymore.
Sad that, really, isn't it, for him? And the fans, Wimbledon fans and whatnot.
And the rest of the players.
But onto a regular series episode now. Jermaine Pennant. Now, I mean, I love it when we get the stories with what we call the big ducks. I mean, Champions League, Liverpool, Benitez, Peperina, Gerrard, that era. That's like the big dogs of growing
Proper
up.
footballers, aren't they?
And did we ask one question and got? Well, you'll see a 7-minute, multiple layered, crazy situation that goes on in the build up to a Champions League game.
When you're saying there's no boys left in the game, these lads were boys.
I knew Pepe were.
But I remember...
I didn't have Pepe down as a...
Yeah, you've not seen him singing and
Emptian.
dancing and stuff and all that.
Yeah.
But it's good fun on a night out, Pepe.
Yeah,
I knew Bellamy would be in the mix.
yeah. Well, we've heard this story a few times, the golf club one. I think that's where it starts. But then I didn't know about the multiple arrests. And,
Well,
we'll find out.
have a listen.
From a social side, was there a good squad at Liverpool?
I said the closest ones the funniest ones, and Crouchy, with me, like Crouchy, and Craig Bellamy for a little short period. You know, Stevie and Cara, they kind of kept themselves to themselves. You like, you know, like they're the boss. It's like boss, you know, so you don't really mingle with boss, do you?
Like management?
Yeah, there's gaffers. So, and then you had the Spanish boys doing all their thing, and then you had the French lads doing their thing. So it would be like me, probably Crouchy, Bellamy. We would all get along.
Yeah.
But, you know, you would...
Different personalities.
Yeah.
Were you there when Bellamy and Risa had a set?
Yeah.
What was the crack there?
It was when we was in Portugal doing some warm weather training 2 weeks before we go to Istanbul, Athens for the Champions League final. And we've managed to get the evening off. Rafa said, right, yeah, you can go out, relax, have a drink, get back before, like, I'll get back at midnight or whatnot. So some of the Spanish boys have sorted out a bar with a bit of karaoke. And obviously Bellas is, you know, he's always loud, and that was Craig back then. So Ginge Risa is at the bar, everyone's having drinks, he's then on the karaoke, he comes off, he calls out Bellamy. I said, oh, Bella's, go on, your turn. Have a sing a song. Leave me off, Ginge, I'm cool, I'm all right. Not today, I can't be asked. And he's going, you're not so fucking loud now, are you? Come on, have a sing. Nah, Ginge, just leave it off. I'm just not getting up. Like, goes on for about 5 minutes trying to get him up, call him out. And then that's the end of it. And then it's time to go. Jersey Dudex at the bar. And he turns around and knocks this lady by an accident. He just turns around and they both clash heads. She's then like in tears, nose pouring with blood. The barman doesn't see that. He just sees this woman crying with her nose bleeding. He's then called the police. Pepper Rainey's came over, tried to like stop it. So no, it was an accident. So we get outside, the police come. Jersey's drunk at this point. He's then face down on the bonnet with his being handcuffed. And we're thinking, oh my God, we've got a Champions League final and a goalkeeper is being arrested. So then Pepe Reina goes over, starts speaking in Spanish to him, trying to explain, no, it was an accident. It wasn't on purpose. Yeah, he was a little bit drunk. We'll take care of him. That gets a little bit heated. Pepe Reina's then arrested.
Oh no!
Who's going to play nets?
Oh my God. So then we're thinking, shit, who's going to tell Rafa? So then...
Stevie,
yeah. So then they obviously told Rafa. Rafa then has to go to the station and bail him out, get him out. Then there's me, Stevie, Robbie, and someone else. We've gone back to their room, to Cara, just to talk about the night, have some drinks in the room. Robbie Fowler's through the kitchen. There's like a big hole where, serve food. He's skimming plates through. One hit Stevie in his head. He's then got blood trickling down. I'm thinking, fuck it, we've got a captain with a split head. We've got two of our goalkeepers in prison. Rafa's then gone down to get them out. And then opposite our room, there was Stephen Finnan's room. And he's sharing with Risa. And Bally's had just gone missing. And then next minute, we just heard, oh, I'm sorry, Craig, I'm sorry. So what's happened is Craig's gone back to his room to get his 7-iron because there's a golf resort. So he's gone to get his 7-iron. He then goes to Steve Finnan's room, knocks on. Steve answers and he goes, oh, where's Ginge? Oh, I was laying in his bed. So he just like walks in, stands over him and goes, oh, do you want me to sing now, yeah? You want me to sing fucking now? Say something now. Whack! In his, like, hitting him with his, I'm sorry. Whack. Then, obviously, he stops and says, don't ever call me out again, but very, very rare. Then Rafa gets back with the two goalkeepers. He then sees murders going on with Finn and Craig. All carnage. I then walk out, and then it goes, in his Spanish, when there's trouble, why are you always here? I am the innocent party in this one.
Just quit vending machine.
I was going bed, mate.
I'm going to see Rafa walk into the hotel lobby with one of Dudek's ears and one of Raina's ears, like two school kids.
So, Gin's got this massive bruise on the side of his, all side down of his leg. We'll get to training the next day. We have a massive circle. And Rafa says, right, what the fuck happened yesterday? And then he's gone on and he says, right, nobody to talk about this. I don't want you to tell no one. He does not leave this group of people. Ginge, thingy, is everything sorted now? Have you kiss and made up? Yeah. He's pointing at the goalkeepers. I don't want to see you two near any fucking police. Yeah, he went mad. And then that was the end of that. And obviously we played Barcelona. And Craig Bellamy scored. And that's that celebration of the golf swing. It's him pretending to hinge.
And to be fair, did it not get out then for that first period?
I didn't get out, no.
See, that's good for Rafa then, because he knows he can trust everyone, doesn't he?
Yeah, but the boys as well, you got Stevie saying, right, if I find out anyone, it's going to be hell to pay.
And did the kiss and make up? Not literally that, but
I think they did.
because to pull the celebration out, it's got to be put to bed, hasn't it?
They both scored in that game. It was Craig and Ginger scored in the game, and I think it did get put to bed. And he apologised for being drunk and calling him out and he said, "Yeah, I'm sorry."
I think it's taking a lot more than an apology if somebody's not fuck out with a 7 iron.
I hope we replaced his divots. Etiquette.
Bit of sand there. Yeah, tap it.
It's like a scene from The Hangover, isn't it?
What, the whole night?
The whole thing, yeah.
You're opening one eye and Craig Bellamy's over here with a 7 iron. Like psycho.
Yeah, I think it's taking a lot more than an apology for.
What you wanting?
I want at least a pitching wedge back at him. You know what I mean? I'll have one shot at you with my wedge.
It's fight talk, isn't it? Yeah, It's definitely
Fowler's
fight
done
talk.
best. He's got completely away with wazzing plates around the restaurant.
Yeah, Robert Fowler, it was a lunatic.
It's a kind of story you'd hear from a League Two team, innit?
Yeah.
Crazy. This is like preparing, for Champions League thingy.
Brilliant.
Not no Mickey Mouse Cup.
See, the footballers, man, they give them an inch and we always take a yard, don't we?
Mile.
By the way, I bet it hurt.
But being it with a golf club.
Yeah.
Don't matter what, even if it's only a pitching wedge.
Do you think he's hit him with the club end?
Oh, hi. Well, you might could just use a stick.
I'm just thinking if you take an eye into somebody's body, it's going to really hurt.
Oh, hi.
You've got to be committed, though. You can't be going in with handle. Like you're hitting him with a walking stick.
I mean, obviously, you need your grip, don't you?
He only told him to sing.
You think he's gone in with the sort of pros finger locking grip, you know, when he's hitting with it? Or you think he's gone baseball?
Baseball. Mm-hmm.
Oh, you can shank him then, though, can't you?
Yeah.
A long stick to get a baseball stance. Oh, isn't it? You've got to stand back a bit. If you want to get him with the club end.
You know, like when you play golf, you like drop the golf club and it's hit your kneecap.
Hurts.
Oh,
That's enough.
fucking hell, not half. Yeah. You know, like it sends you a bit sick.
Isn't that sackable offence, really?
It's a bad one.
Well, do you know, if you were working in Tesco's, right, and you just fucking hit somebody with a golf club, I don't think it's just a written warning, is it?
Calling on fish counter.
To be fair as well, he mentioned he got Benitez went, there's always trouble when you're around. He wasn't even doing that, but that's just his reputation, innit?
Because you see him with a golf club.
Yeah, I can see him losing it. And knowing that he's as small as he is, he might be game as a badger, but there's a good chance folk are going to get on top of him, aren't there?
I say it could have been a kids' club. You can get a better
But them
swing.
plastic ones, they won't have hurt as much.
Better swing. No, just a short one.
Mini golf.
Yeah.
Putter would hurt. Imagine the putter at end of your kneecap.
Any club. Name
Well,
a club and I'll tell you if it'll hurt.
Fred Flintstone.
7 hybrid.
I reckon
one,
with
that.
with a pitch and putt, a crazy golf putter, you'd be better over the head.
What, like a hammer?
Yeah, because they've got the long end, haven't they? Dink.
It'll still hurt.
Oh yeah, it
Everything
hurts.
will hurt.
I'm not questioning whether it hurts or not.
Well, it's just metal in it. You're getting it with metal.
Metal chunk.
I mean, if you just go with the shaft, I reckon it'd probably snap it.
Yeah.
You know,
More of a
like
whip.
obviously, you know, if you hit somebody across the side with the shaft, I think the club would bend.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's you need to get fucking right on the end of the head.
Even if you take the brolly out the bag,
tips this week.
brolly would hurt. Never mind an actual club.
The bag. Full bag.
I'm not singing.
Take your sock off.
He asked him to
Did
sing.
you
man.
take sock off first? Yeah.
What's next, Chris?
Chaos at Brighton. That's what we've got next. Charlie
Hartfield.
Otway.
Is that again?
No.
This guy. Did you see Paul Merson recently said, somebody asked him who his toughest opponent was. And he went, there's a little guy called Charlie Otway marked us out of the game once.
A little guy. So there's a compliment after it, but his little guy him off to start with.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you've seen this episode. If you've not, I recommend going watch it because his journey and the way that he talks about, obviously, his severe dyslexia, not being able to read and write, to the point where he was Gus Poyet's assistant manager at Atletico Madrid. No,
Ooh, you've had a shocker there.
I have.
That's another bad one.
Where did he follow him to?
He went to Sunderland,
Abroad.
he went to China, he went to Greece.
Greece. I knew it was.
Where did he pull the Atletico Madrid?
Madrid in Greece, yeah. It's just down from...
I was trying to remember his foreign club.
just down
Do you
from...
want to just Greece?
Do you want to start again now? Or?
No.
Just down from Paphos, I think. It's the Madrid Paphos derby, I think they call it.
Atletico Madrid, lad.
Somewhere
That is a
abroad.
shocker.
Somewhere abroad. Oh, he's got his laugh out now.
You have got me out of this shit. there,
Jump
cheers,
jump on.
fucking Madrid and Paphos.
But I got your gist.
Yeah.
Yeah, took him
Abroad.
Yeah,
took him places where he never thought he'd get
That's
to.
what I was thinking. The
here
big
we
names,
go. This could be
the
good.
big names that you work with in China, Tevez and where Atletico Madrid come from, I don't know. But
Tevez
I knew
and
there was something
Griezmann. Sanjay Lee.
he was assistant manager.
Sanjay
abroad,
Lee
wasn't
and...
he?
And when he say he couldn't read and write, like the lads would stitch him up and write directions down and just leave him, speed away so they couldn't find it. He couldn't read the fucking directions.
really, but...
Yeah, very cruel.
Football
very
crack.
Cruel. But I think we speak about it in the episode, but I don't know what it is. Brighton, I always associate with being a family club, not that kind of
Rough and ready.
the crazy gang. But it seemed like they had their own little crazy gang at Brighton back in the day.
No, I think remember Guy Butters?
Yes.
I just remember him,
Yeah,
Charlie. I knew it was a rough
old
it'll be a rough
doghouse.
gig. Yeah, but they've had a lot of airtime, haven't they? These D-baggins.
D-baggins. Well,
And
come on, let him explain.
Yeah.
D-bagging?
D-bagging. I can imagine you used to enjoy the D-bagging.
Well, Bobby Zamora tells that on another clip that I saw the other week. He says about it when he first come, his first day was doing a little box. We used to do little boxes, and then anyway, cut long story short, the ball apparently went out the box. It didn't go out the box, my opinion, but Alan Cook's opinion was it did go out the box. So I had to go in the middle. So I went, fuck that, debag him. So I shouted it, and then all the players stop what they're doing, no matter where you are. If you're injured, you've got to fucking peg it over them with one leg. You've got to get over there and you've got to get involved. So we're swiping at him, and he had these big, long, gangly legs like that, and fucking everyone's swiping at him, and it kept swiping him. Someone's caught him. And as he's gone down, well, Bobby said that, we manhandled him. They're not my sort of words. We beat the shit out of him. He got absolutely pummeled for just giving one wrong decision. One wrong decision. And I know he had about 2 or 3 days off because we cracked or broke a rib. But that weren't me, I had his feet, so that was someone else's.
And could anybody see it at any time?
Oh, yeah. And you had to join in.
So it wasn't just an hierarchy thing where it was like you and maybe some of the other...
It would be the main...
Bigger characters.
It'd be the bigger characters. I mean, if Alan Virgo said it, we'd say, shut up. Slut. Yeah. Kerry Mayo said it, he's probably facing the wrong way. There's no one there.
Would players get it as well?
Oh yeah, I mean, if sometimes if something went on, then yeah. So for instance, I'll say about Kerry Mayo and Gary Hart, Paul Rogers called them the Peacehaven Plonkers, right? Or the Pouncers, Peacehaven Pouncers. When they went out on a Saturday night, it was the Peacehaven Pouncers. Lock your daughters up. And, anyway, so they picked up. When you come down the stairs in the training ground, at the university, you come down the stairs, and there's always, now, what time of year, this big puddle of water. So like I said to you about Kerry Mayo being like that. Gary Hart would be 100 mile an hour and aggressive. And then Kerry would be like, let's get him. Come on, let's get him. And they're behind him behind the bush. They was hiding behind the bush. Nathan Jones, don't know if you've ever done him. Nathan Jones is really like a placid guy, placid winger, good coach, good manager now. But anyway, they decided to hide behind the bush until, I don't know why they picked on him, but they decided to pick him up on a Friday, grab him, he's going like that, oh, get off, like that. Can we fucking stand still? And they walk over to this puddle, and as they walk over to this puddle, they fuck him off into the puddle, And you hear him scream. So Bob Booker comes down the stairs, like a big fucking giraffe, comes down the stairs. What's up with you? And he wouldn't swear. Nathan Jones won't swear. He's really religious. Nathan Jones was going, fucking hell, fucking hell, fucking hell. And then he looked down, he's pissing with blood. So Bob just walks over him and goes, oi, you two plonkers, get him over there, medical. Off he walks, you see these two, he's going, sorry about that. It was only meant to be a laugh, Jonesy. I didn't know there was glass in there.
Staying on Charlie Otway, one thing that isn't mentioned enough, and I think we talked about it at the start of the episode, full name, Anthony, Philip, David, Terry, Frank, Donald, Stanley, Jerry, Gordon, Reginald, Stephen, James, Otway. Named after the entire 1973 QPR first team squad.
Sensational, that, innit?
And it's the best thing about it is Charlie's not even on there.
I didn't even notice
Charlie was suspended for that game.
I tell you, when you have got bad luck, and you know when if you're not the brightest, and people joke, don't they? Oh, how are you doing your maths test? Well, I got my name right. He can't even get his fucking name right, can he? Do you know what I mean?
I know.
Did you get any questions right? Yeah, well, yeah, name. He can't even spell his name, bless him.
You mentioned before about would you get sacked for hitting your boss with a golf club in a supermarket? Imagine doing that to your supervisor.
Puddle.
Breaking his rib and that.
You can't be breaking
Different
people's
times.
ribs. That's a proper. That's another one that hurts. When you break your rib for a while and
every
all.
breath.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right, we're going Nicky Shorey next.
Right.
On. Is he up there in the what number did we get to? The fantastic 12, I think we're at now. Martin O'Neill.
Managers.
Yeah.
There was a lot of positive stuff about Martin, wasn't there? But
Yeah.
I think the last couple of series we've had a bit of a weirdo.
Do you know, little fact about Martin O'Neill, massive murder fan. He, during Peter Sutcliffe's trial, Martin O'Neill was at Norwich at the time and would, after training, go to the trial and sit in trial. Loves a murder.
Where was the trial?
That could be bollocks.
Yeah, where was the trial?
I'm assuming Yorkshire.
It's a long old slap from Norwich to Yorkshire.
Yeah, but when you like your murderers, John.
But if you finish training at 1 to get from Norwich to Yorkshire, you're probably going to last 5 minutes, aren't you?
I don't know.
That's the business end, though, isn't it?
Yeah, or he might take him
but
days off.
they don't like the day jobs, these weeks and weeks. They're not,
I'm going to Google it, actually. I might have just made it up.
but, like, do you know if that's not true? Where the fuck have you pulled that from?
Let me just have a look. Martin O.
I think it just, I tell you what it were, finished training, went home and watched Murder, She Wrote with Jessica Fletcher.
Yeah.
One of his favourite programmes.
He's got his wrong, his serial killer's wrong.
Or wrong
There'll be
manager.
Yes,
That is definitely incorrect.
Martin O'Neill, the former professional football manager, is well known for his intense interest in true crime, particularly the case of the Yorkshire Ripper, Peter Sutcliffe. In May 1981, while playing for Norwich City, O'Neill queued at the Old Bailey to watch Sutcliffe's trial, a detail often cited amongst his bizarre, high intelligence and sometimes macabre interests.
So there's that in London.
Yeah, the Old Bailey's London. See, there is some factual. You did get some things right.
Did all right there.
I got it all right until you asked where the trial was.
He didn't finish training and go. He was seen in a queue.
Well, it were a Wednesday, it says. So
Day off, innit?
there we go. Well, I was just filling in the gaps after training. What?
He didn't take his World Cups off and put his shoes straight to Old Bailey.
Can you see that with him, though?
I can see him.
Yeah. I think
see,
he'd be
I
a good.
like
Do you think he'd
it.
be a good detective, or
Too many
would you
days
see him
off.
on the other side, the murderer?
Nah,
Yeah, I think
I
it'd
see
be
both. But he'd have too many days off. You know what I mean? Well, there's still out there the serial killer, Martin.
Yeah, we've got
see
a
you Thursday. See you Thursday, lads. We'll pick it back up Thursday. Hey, we found a hair this weekend, so see you Thursday.
If you find another suspect today, I'll give you till Tuesday off.
We made an arrest, right, lads? Right, lads. Rest of the week. I know but he's only got 24 hours. See you next Monday.
I didn't really
sort of see eye to eye with the manager, Martin O'Neill. I kind of knew early on I wasn't sure this was going to work out. I went there after pre-season. I wasn't playing any pre-season games at Reading, so I wasn't really up to full fitness. And then I went. And then after the first week, we was in the early rounds of the Europa qualifying. We had an Icelandic team away from home, and that was my first game. So went and played that. It's a little bit rusty physically. I never forget, I come in at half time, and Martin's done his team talk, and then he's just come, sat down next to me, put his hand on my leg and gone, Nicky, I think we're going to have to find you some pace from somewhere. And I was just like, what? You know, it's just like, I was just like in shock. I was like, I was thinking, it's bizarre, yeah. And I just, after that, I just felt like, I'm not sure about this. And I remember ringing my dad after that game. I said, Dad, I think I might have made a mistake here. Not in terms of the club, but I just, yeah, me and the manager didn't really sort of see eye to eye at all.
Were you led to believe that you were coming in as first choice left back?
Yeah, well, Wilfred Broomer got injured, who was at Villa at the time, playing left back. That's why they signed me. So I knew he was going to be injured for a quite a long period. So I thought, yeah, I was coming in as first choice left back. And I mean, I played, I think, 30 odd games first season. So I played quite a few games. But yeah, it just wasn't a great relationship, really.
I'm trying to think, would I prefer him to be stood up in front of everybody and say that, or sit next to us and put his hand on my leg? And
A bit more patronising.
I'd rather he just didn't say it, but
yeah.
but no, I just thought you obviously don't really know me as a player or what I sort of do and how I do, what I can bring. And plus, I was nowhere near up to speed. I hadn't played any pre-season games. Look, I was never the fastest anyway. That's what I was thinking in my head. You scouted me and signed me, and you didn't really know that I wasn't the quickest. I just thought it felt a strange thing to say. But then Martin is that kind of character. He's a bit quirky, you know.
And were you still feeling that after, like you said, like let's say 20, 25 games in? Did you still? Because you're playing.
Yeah, I played quite a few games, and it just didn't feel right. It just didn't fit. There was, I mean, Martin was one of them. He had a core group of players who he knew they were going to play week in, week out, and they were going to look after the change room for him, and he looked after them, which is fine. That's fine. But I just felt like the other players were just disregarded or sort of made to feel like they weren't really a part of it at times.
Not as important.
Yeah, which, listen, every manager's going to have his favourites, ones he depends on. I totally get that, but I still feel there should be like a common respect for me. That's how I felt all the time. Martin might see it differently, but yeah, it was a strange time. I mean, one of the things that stands out for me was whenever we used to lose, we used to do like a meeting, and Martin would come in and he'd like dig people out. I mean, throughout the season, I was like, I couldn't get through a meeting without getting dug out. I was like, oh God, wow. And I've never really had that in my career. And I was just, so then I was out of the team in the second season, and I hadn't played for 3 months. We lost to, I think it was Stoke at home, and we come into one of them meetings. So I'm thinking, thank God, finally I can get through one of these meetings without getting dug out. He's dug Big Zat Knight, centre half out. He said, Zat, you turned your back there. You went to block the shot and you turned your back, sorry. And Nicky, I'm like that. I'm like, did I play? I ain't played in 3 months. And he went, and Nicky, you did it. CSKA Moscow away. Do you remember it? I'm like, it was like 3.5, 4 months ago. I went, yeah. He went, yeah, we'll get it up. And he put it on. Put it on. I'm like, see, look, you went to block the shot, you turned your back. I went, no, I didn't turn my back. You go, yes, you did, look. And I know he's fuming now, and I'm thinking I'm just going to go along with this because he's fuming. I was like, no, I didn't. And he's like, yes, you did, look, you can see it. He's going mental. And I'm thinking, why are you bothered about it? I haven't played for 3 months.
That's petty, that.
But it was things like that sort of, I just think little things like that. I think he didn't really fancy me as a player, which is fine, and I didn't really enjoy the way he sort of managed the team, and that can happen, you know.
Seems to me like once he's made his mind up, there's no, he's got it in for you kind of thing.
Yeah, it felt a bit like that. I mean, you might say different, but it felt a bit like that, and it felt like not much you could do to sort of turn that around. And it was just little things like it was all about winning. His thing was all about winning. If you won and training started at 10:30, if John Carew could stroll out at 10:45, like no one would say anything or bat an eyelid. As soon as you lose, it was like completely different, and I didn't really like that. I was like, no, we do things properly. But listen, it worked for him. I'm not saying that's right or wrong, but I didn't really enjoy that environment. I kind of we just training's 10:30. We're out there at 10:15 at least. Like that was just the way I saw football. But
Bonner had him on a piece of string, didn't he?
Gabby and Ashley Young, yeah. I mean, yeah. The training was literally, there wasn't much tactical side to the training. It was more like 7-a-sides and games, and Ash and Gab just, I mean, nutmegs could they get in training, and that's the way it went. But I get it from Martin's point of view. He had a group of players that he trusted, and he allowed them to do certain things. But as long as they turned up on a Saturday, he didn't care, and that was fine. But I just didn't. And because I was one of the ones that was in the Joeys, like I didn't enjoy it because of that. If I was one of the ones who could get away with murder and I might have been, all right, I'll go along with this.
Thing is, Martin O'Neill's one of them. We've heard many a time that he had his favourites.
Yeah.
I mean, we had Stewie
Peter
down and on.
Sutcliffe, Fred West.
The Texas Chainsaw Massacre, man.
Which is good, all well and good until you're not his favourite.
Yeah.
If you're in the group that it can half thingy, I bet you it was a nightmare. And it sounds like he signed him and didn't really fancy him. But he speaks about it a while, doesn't he?
It's a bad one and all pace in it because you can't really work on it. Like, you can't get that much quicker. I don't think you can sign somebody. I mean, how old was he? 30 plus?
Yeah.
You can sign somebody who's played that many games and then dig him out for a attribute that he's never had or never will have.
Delivery for me, the hand on the knee.
I know.
Sorry, son, you're not fast enough.
I know.
So that's patronising, I'd say.
And then he speaks about it in the thingy, about bringing a game up from pre-season.
Yeah.
That's when you know it's
Get me out of here. Get me the hell out.
You know you just need to go.
See, if I'd told him that he'd killed 4 people, I reckon he'd play him.
New contract.
Yeah. Tell us all about it.
We've got to see the Charlie Austin one when he just goes off his head. Were you playing then? When it been going around the dressing room and stuff, the video?
So. But it was just on, I just remember being on Sky Sports News nearly all day. And then you go on YouTube and someone's done a remix of it.
A remix.
Have you ever, did you have to do many post-match interviews?
Yeah, loads.
Did you ever, anything never happened?
You just
lose your head or anything?
From my point of view, you just want to walk in, don't say anything too silly.
Controversial.
Yeah, and get out of there. Whether you win or lost. Personally.
I just said to be just honest. So then you've got beat today. What do you think? Well, we weren't good enough, were we? We were crap. We defended bad. I've missed a couple of chances.
Who decides who's up? Manager say you're on media duties.
I remember the worst nod I've ever had was when we got relegated to Doncaster at Leicester away, and we've come in and it was flat as a fart in the changing room, and then Dickoff's pulled us and went, "You go and do the press. All the best." It was terrible. And then I signed for Blackburn about a week after.
Tell you what, like usually the people who scored, don't they, get a lot of like they want you. So obviously I did loads.
They want you.
No, but you know what I mean. And then obviously
then
when
you're just walking out saying they want parking again.
Scored another couple.
I did loads.
Well, should we watch it?
Yeah.
I just want to speak about when you did the match of the day interview.
I lost your head.
Did you know before it your head had gone?
I'm sorry to do this to you, child, but can I play this?
Of course you can.
I like this version.
They said it's offside, hit my didn't. I hit it twice, hit me, Bob, that's why Dan Foster. The best league in the world, most watched league in the world. Give them all the help they need, because clearly it cost us 2 points a day. This week worked hard, come here to get 3 points. We deserve 3 points today, we've been let down by the officials, that's why we didn't get 3 points.
It's pitch perfect, isn't it?
First time I heard that was like the next day. The next day I was in the pub, it was about 12:15 or something, and I got a message through, actually from the guy who'd done it. He sent it to me on Twitter and said, I hope you don't mind, mate, but this is what I'd done. I'd done it anyway. I looked at it and I was like, oh my God, this is the best thing ever. This is the best thing ever. So we played Watford, didn't we? Where it all come from, so I was on the bench, and as I was getting changed to come on, like fucking 5 seats away from me, one of our own fans said something. I couldn't gasp what he was saying, right? But he was definitely giving me a bit for like going on. I was like, right, because you put me in a foul mood. Anyway, I've scored. Ran off. As I've ran towards Jack Stevens, who's like on the bench with me. I was like, which one is it? Which one is it? And I was going to obviously give it to him, turn around, fucking, oh, sorry, mate. My head is obviously gone. I was saying to Simon Hooper, I'm saying, how can I be offside? It's not possible. I've literally kicked it into myself. It's just gone in. They flagged up because my Yoshida, they said, was in. Some head had gone. Anyway, get in after the game. They say, oh, can we like have an interview with you? And I'm like, yeah, okay, fine. But I'm talking like we are now. Now, you know what it's like in the media, it's only small, ain't it? So talking about, and all of a sudden, from nowhere, I start picking up serious pace. I start picking up serious pace. No, it's a joke. But then the curtain light comes back and people's heads are like just coming around the corner. I just lost it. It just literally was red mist. I just had full red mist of the whole scenario, I think, because the fan pissed me off. I hadn't scored in a couple of games and I was dying for a goal, and then that got disallowed. And I think we were struggling down the bottom end as well, and I just lost the head, mate. I just lost the head. Didn't think nothing of it. I come out, walked to the change room, got showered and changed, went to leave. Mark Hughes went, Chas, what have you said? And I said, well, he said, they just said about your interview. I said, well, I just said about the referee. He said, don't worry about it. I've just backed you the whole way anyway. So he had my back the whole time, but it wasn't until, I'll say later on that evening, fucking 20 minutes from being in the car to being up the road, that on my phone is obviously going mad for it. But it was just literally spur of the moment thing.
I love it.
And was it a bad decision? I haven't seen
shit decision, mate.
50-50.
Don't get him fucking started, man.
Come across, yeah.
You'll let the future get him. I'm like, fucking get off it.
It come back, went in. Yeah, terrible decision. Terrible decision.
People love it though. It's refreshing, isn't it? Like,
Yeah. I think that was the biggest thing. Like, that's what I got the most out of people, was like, it was refreshing. Because it went through the time when everyone was just so robotic.
Yeah.
Even to the point of now just saying what it was. And I just lost the head.
Did you get stung? Fine. Or?
Nothing. So I actually didn't say anything. I didn't say at Simon Hooper, I didn't say he's having one or anything like that. I just basically said, we play in the best league in the world. They need help. The officials being let down. Like, they're going about VAR this and VAR that. And so I never actually said he was.
And was that?
Yeah, luckily.
Yeah, I was going to say, was that completely unintentional?
Yeah, but that was the whole. That was the whole.
It's an absolute cunt.
Yeah, that was the whole thing. That was why I could say it was the whole rant was unintentional. And the reason why I got away with not being punished was because I didn't say Simon Hooper is shit.
Right, gents, that's us for this episode. But Pascal on the horizon.
Good
My
to be
favourite
back.
episode of the series so far. But there's plenty more to come.
World Cup final.
World Cup final.
I'm not going to World Cup final. It's too near to my wedding.
Pascal.
Oh,
was at the
sorry.
World Cup final.
I thought you meant we were going.
He shared a dressing room with Zinedine Zidane.
You were there at that World Cup final when Zidane stuck the nut on Zabaleta. Oh, see you next week.
That is a bad one as well.
Who was it?
Yeah, Zabaleta, the Argentinian, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah. They play Argentina in that final. I don't think they did they? Were it Italy?
Yeah.
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 See, if we... Marcia, no. You might have got away with the foreign name, but obviously people know, don't they? It was
It wasn't Chiellini either. It was the lad that played for Everton.
Fellaini.
Materazzi. He was at Atletico Madrid.
With Charlie.
Right, we'll see you next week.
Adios.
Gentlemen, in my eyes, the greatest sportswear company in the world.
You've laid it on thick, but I'm with you.
Yeah.
Phenomenal.
Our family. The O'Neill/Cosh family.
And not
That's a
just
bit much.
because they sponsor the series, they support the podcast, but we've got our own shirts and the quality is second to none. Especially if you've got your own team, you can design your own kit, can't you?
Yeah.
Get on there, design your own kit.
Any sizes from small to 7XL.
How long can they have them with you, John?
4 to 6 weeks from start to finish to delivery.
Is there a minimum order or?
I'd say I've got to order 7, but apart from that, they'll make you $1 million if you want one.
There's nothing better than that knock at the door, the box arriving. You know how good it's going to be going to training next week to show everybody that first match.
Kids will be buzzing from it,
Yeah.
won't they?
They're good for casual occasions. Now,
Yeah.
one of the lads bought one in the gym and he said he wore it in Benidorm. And he said he's never received so many compliments on how he looks.
Woos.
That's what we need then, don't we? We need an under the Cosh vest for Benidorm.
Yeah.
That's what, like a sports vest.
Can you make that happen,
Like a
Chris?
kit, but it's a vest.
Make that
String.
call. Yeah.
By the way, we could get 50 of them for my stag do. To be fair, some of the lads might be bigger than 7. 7XL, bless them. I'm out to buy then.
No, but the link's in the description. Or just go over to the O'Neill Sportswear website, sort your own team out, or just go and check out the Under the Cosh shirts or all the other sports apparel.
The golf gears class.
Good kit.
Yeah.